We have lost objective Edward.
What's up guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Cade and today I've got some more Battlefield 1 gameplay for you. So I started using the Assault class and as you saw it's pretty damn good. I've been using it a lot since the last video and I've started to get a good feel for it, where it excels and where it falls short, and it's now my most used class by a long margin. The weapon I'm using in most of the clips is literally the starter gun for the class, the MP18 Trench. And honestly, I've had no reason to even unlock another primary in this class yet. It's just that good. It's got a high rate of fire at 550 RPM, a decent sized mag at 32 rounds, and a quick reload time as well. At the right range, this gun is practically unbeatable. You'll see in a couple of the clips, enemies just have no time to react. By the time they've managed a couple of hits on you, they're already dead, and that's if they even get a chance to fire at all. The most important thing I find is the range of engagement. If you're using the MP18 or another of the SMGs and the enemy is within about 25 meters range, you have a big advantage over the other class weapons. The auto-loading rifles in the medic class can give them a run for their money, but you've got to be a bit more careful with the shots to come out on top. The SMGs are a bit better at close quarters spray and pray thanks to their high hip fire accuracy. And obviously for really close quarters, as in a few meters or so, nothing beats a good old shotgun, which is the other weapon type for this class. This isn't to say the MP18 can't be useful at longer range. If you burst fire, you can kill enemies at a good bit further than the optimal distance, but it's not particularly efficient. The secondary I'm using is still the Lawrence of Arabia P08. I find its rate of fire and control make it a really deadly sidearm pistol. It's good at taking enemies by surprise when you run out of ammo in your primary, and it looks fucking awesome. The other reason of playing Assault so much, other than the awesome guns, is the class's necessity in the overgame in terms of countering those pesky tanks. Assault class players are able to equip a variety of tasty explosive weaponry, including anti-tank grenades, dynamite, anti-tank rockets and anti-tank mines. I haven't unlocked the mines yet. Personally I've been favouring the AT grenades and rockets, though I've tried the dynamite, which is essentially C4 from previous Battlefield games. You can chuck sticks of dynamite and have a plunger to set them off to spectacular pyrotechnic effect. Well, that's the idea anyway. They have a limited throwing range, so it usually results in me getting shot in the face by a tank before I get in close enough, or more often running round in circles and blowing myself up. The AT rocket is a long-range explosive projectile that can do a lot of damage to tanks and pretty much one-hit kill other vehicles and armoured cars. It is deployed via a tripod, so you either have to be laying down or propped on a ledge or other cover to fire it. This obviously limits your manoeuvrability and makes you a sitting duck, but because it's deployed like a bipod on a rifle rather than, say, the mortar for the support class, it is quick to pick up and keep moving to the next cover. I've noticed the damage with the AT rocket can vary somewhat depending on where you hit a tank. I've managed to disable a tank with one hit by hitting the tracks before, though I'm not 100% convinced this is an inbuilt mechanic or just a coincidence. I'll need further testing on that one. The AT grenades are just as they sound, grenades that do significant damage to tanks. From what I can tell, this usually varies from around the 20 mark. They're a bit heavier than your standard grenades, so don't expect to be tossing them very far, but they will kill infantry as well, though aren't as effective as your standard frag grenade obviously. You get 2 with the class on spawn, so not enough to take out a tank with your grenades only, but coupled with the AT rockets, you can solo kill a tank. The other great thing about the assault class is taking out vehicles gets you lots of points. Not only do you get credit for all the kills of the people that were in the tank, which can be quite a few people, 4, 5, even 6 depending on the tank, you get points just for damaging, disabling and destroying vehicles that are or have been in use. This obviously is great incentive for the player, but it also helps the team and could be the difference between winning or losing in some situations. In this clip I'm taking on a light tank solo using my anti-tank grenades and rockets. With some sneaky manoeuvring and well-placed shots, I'm able to shut him down just in time, though I couldn't have done it without my squad mate Hitachi's sacrifice. He kindly ran around in circles to distract the tank while I lined up my shots. It really shows how important team play is. If he hadn't been there to be blown up, the tank would have turned its attention to me and I wouldn't have got that last shot on it.
We are losing objective Duff.
Feindlicher Panzer!
Boom, there he goes. Your sacrifice will be remembered, Hitachi. This last clip is of one of my best kill streaks so far. Not necessarily through skill, but some well-placed gas grenades, which I find are probably the most tactically helpful grenade in the game. I was able to create a wall of disorientation and death for the unsuspecting, and the bodies just piled up in the corner until I finally ran out of bullets and was killed. I'll leave this clip with you guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you all next time.
We are losing objective Charlie.